The United States on Tuesday opened a priority visa appointment system for holders of tickets to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, allowing fans to seek earlier appointments ahead of the tournament. The scheme will enable ticket holders to access prioritized visa slots before the competition begins on June 11, the BBC has reported. The World Cup will be hosted by the US, Canada and Mexico from June 11 to July 19. The US will host 78 of the 104 matches at the 2026 World Cup across 11 cities, including the final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. In November, President Donald Trump said the Departments of State and Homeland Security had been working tirelessly to ensure football fans from around the world are properly vetted and able to travel to the United States for the summer tournament. I've directed my administration to do everything within our power to make the 2026 World Cup an unprecedented success. We are setting records on ticket sales, Trump said. FIFA President Gianni Infantino said the organization expects between 5 and 10 million people to travel to North America to enjoy the World Cup. With this FIFA Pass, we can make sure that those who buy a ticket, legitimate football fans, can attend the World Cup in the best conditions, starting with getting their visa and then coming to the country to enjoy the tournament, Infantino added. The FIFA Prioritized appointment scheduling system, dubbed the FIFA Pass by Trump, went live on Tuesday. However, questions remain over whether supporters from every qualifying country will ultimately be able to enter the U.S. It was introduced in part because citizens of some countries whose teams have qualified may not otherwise receive visa appointments in time for the tournament. The U.S. State Department has stressed that a FIFA Pass appointment does not guarantee a visa will be approved, as all applicants must still undergo thorough security screening and vetting. Most citizens of countries under the US Visa Waiver Programme, which covers much of Europe, including the UK, as well as Japan, Australia and others, can ordinarily travel visa-free for up to 90 days and therefore do not need to use the FIFA Pass. Travelers from those countries must instead apply for an ESTA, electronic system for travel authorization. A senior State Department official said the new system will cut wait times, with applicants in over 80% of countries now able to schedule a visa appointment in less than 60 days. At the visa appointment, the applicant must show they qualify for the visa and plan to follow our laws and leave at the end of the tournament. America's safety and the security of our borders will always come first, the official said. Recall that Trump recently issued a pause on the processing of immigrant visas affecting 75 countries, from which 15 have already qualified for the 2026 tournament, including five-time winners Brazil. For football fans in countries affected by the U.S. suspension of immigrant visa processing, they will still be able to apply to travel for the World Cup. A further 7 nations on the list are still in contention to qualify for the competition. The State Department confirmed that the pause applies to the issuance of immigrant visas only, and does not apply to non-immigrant visas, such as those for tourists, athletes and their families, and media professionals. Countries already qualified on the list include Algeria, Brazil, Cape Verde, Colombia, Egypt, Ghana, Haiti, Iran, Ivory Coast, Jordan, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Uruguay and Uzbekistan. Nations still in contention on the list include Albania, Bosnia-Herzegovina, DR Congo, Iraq, Jamaica, Kosovo and North Macedonia. An order to pause the processing of immigrant visa applications from the 75 countries takes effect on Wednesday, January 21st. Earlier, Trump expanded a travel ban that came into force on January 1st, barring nationals of certain countries from entering the U.S. Haiti and Iran, who have both qualified for the 2026 World Cup, are on the list of countries with full restrictions. Ivory Coast and Senegal, who have also qualified, are subject to partial restrictions. The State Department said a FIFA Pass appointment does not allow people who are otherwise not eligible to be issued a visa, meaning fans from those 4 countries are unlikely to be able to travel to the U.S. for this summer's tournament. Guidance specifies there are exceptions for any athlete or member of an athletic team, including coaches, persons performing a necessary support role, and immediate relatives under the travel ban for the World Cup. However, it adds that the exception does not apply to fans or spectators. While they can still submit visa applications, they may be ineligible for visa issuance or admission to the United States.